My beloved, life has many ways of presenting the trials you must overcome, and some of the deepest ones come when love meets distance, silence, or impossibility. Today, I want to speak to you about that silent pain, the love you carry in your heart for someone who may not know how you feel. Or that love that, for various reasons, cannot materialize into a relationship. This kind of love is unique because it doesn't always have a place to go. It doesn't always have an embrace to accompany it. But I want you to know something very important. Even when love seems to have no destination, it is still powerful. The love you feel is real, and it doesn't need to be returned in the way you expect to be valuable. In this test of life, the lesson lies in learning unconditional love, in learning to love yourself, in finding peace in your heart without needing others to share it. Though the path may be difficult, remember that the love you give, in some way, also transforms and strengthens you. Today, I bring you a message about those wings that, though somehow intertwined, cannot fly together. Angels are witnesses to the complexities of the human heart, and today I want to offer you comfort and hope for that pain that arises when it's impossible to share life with the one you love in the way you imagined. Impossible loves are like constellations of stars, shining with a unique intensity but remaining distant in the vast sky. Each one has its own place, its own space, but somehow, its light is felt. That love, which cannot materialize in the way you expected, does not diminish its beauty nor its impact on you. The love you feel may not cross the threshold of the tangible, but that does not mean it is not valuable. In its silence, it teaches you about surrender, patience, and the ability to love without expecting anything in return. The angels surround you in these moments, offering comfort and reminding you that love, though it doesn't always follow the course we imagine, remains a reflection of your pure soul. Though these wings cannot fly together now, their light will always be present, guiding you toward healing and inner peace. In this internal conflict, the heart becomes a battlefield where emotions fight to find their place. Sadness, with its long shadow, blends with hope, that spark that never truly fades. The longing for what could be intertwines with resignation, a bittersweet feeling that arises when you know the love you desire cannot be. But I want you to know something important. Even in the midst of this pain, there is a subtle, almost secret beauty in impossible loves. Because those loves, although they may never take the form you long for, invite you to explore the depths of your being, to understand the vastness of what you are capable of feeling, and to expand your capacity to love. They show you that love has no limits and that, even when it's not reciprocated in the way you imagine, it remains a transformative force. It is in those moments of vulnerability and conflict where your true strength is forged. Impossible love is not a punishment, but an opportunity to know yourself better, to discover what lies beyond desire and lack, to heal, and to learn to love yourself more deeply. The journey towards understanding and inner peace begins when you let go of expectations and accept love as it is, free, immense, yet also a teacher of patience and personal growth. Love, whether possible or impossible, has the power to challenge all our beliefs about the limitations of time and space. It invites us to see beyond the physical, to transcend the barriers that usually separate us, and to connect with something much deeper and eternal. Impossible loves have that unique magic of reminding us that true love isn't always about possession, but about a connection beyond the tangible. It is a force that goes beyond the body, beyond circumstances, and settles in the soul. Distance, that common obstacle in relationships, can be seen from a different perspective. Though it may seem to separate us, distance can also act as a space for growth and strengthening. Sometimes, the physical separation between two souls that love each other allows the bond to deepen because it forces both to find new and creative ways to nurture that connection. It is in this space where emotions intensify, feelings are clarified, and priorities are redefined. Love, in any of its forms, teaches you to let go of expectations. You learn to love for the simple sake of loving, without expecting anything in return, without seeking a reciprocity that validates you. This love without attachments allows you to savor each small moment, every shared word, every smile from a distance. It reminds you that beauty is not always found in permanence or closeness, but in the act of loving itself. And it is in this process that the true essence of love is revealed. It is infinite, free, and capable of blooming even when the circumstances seem least favorable. Through impossible loves, you will discover that your heart holds an infinite strength, much greater than you ever imagined. True love is not limited by circumstances or the barriers that life places in your path. It is a pure, unstoppable force, capable of defying any challenge, any distance, any separation. Love, in its deepest and most authentic form, has the power to transcend everything the world can offer you, and most importantly, it never loses its essence, its power. You will learn that true love is not defined by what materializes in the physical or immediate realm. No matter how impossible it seems, love remains a source of light in your life, shining brightly and steadily, even if it is not expressed in the form you expected. In the midst of pain, waiting, and distance, love remains. And that permanence is what makes it so incredibly special, its ability to endure the passage of time, circumstances, and any barrier that stands in its way. Now and before we continue, I invite you to subscribe and share our channel. Your support helps us to create more valuable content for you. Each impossible love teaches you an invaluable lesson, that a sincere connection, even if brief or not reciprocated in the way we wish, holds a profound value. It connects you with the most essential part of your being, reminding you what it means to love unconditionally and how those shared feelings remain alive, even in distance. Impossible loves, then, are a reminder that love doesn't always follow the rules of the tangible. Sometimes, it stays in your soul, persisting and evolving, making you wiser, stronger, and more aware of the depth it can reach. In that eternal connection, even when physical separation is present, you will find a unique beauty, a spark of life that nothing and no one can extinguish. Because love, in all its forms, remains one of life's most beautiful mysteries. It's understandable to feel that internal struggle when love doesn't follow the path you desire. Impossible loves bring with them a mix of intense emotions that can make you feel lost, caught between what the heart wants and what reality offers. But in the midst of that emotional storm, remember that what you feel doesn't define you or limit you. Emotions are part of who you are, but they are not the essence of your being. Nostalgia and longing are deep feelings, but they are also signs of what you've lived, what you've shared, and what you've experienced. They are not meant to keep you trapped in the past, but to honor those moments and understand that, even though they cannot be repeated, they are part of your growth. The hugs that were never given and the moments that were lost are part of that experience, but they are not the only ones that will define your life. Love is infinite, and even though the destinies may seem different, its energy continues to accompany you. The pain you feel is not a punishment, but a lesson. Each tear and every sigh is a sign that you love deeply, and that ability to love is something beautiful. Even though suffering may cloud your vision, remember that everything you've lived, everything you've loved, has made you stronger. Deep down, the love you feel continues to grow, even if it's not expressed in the way you expect. And in the end, that love that resides in your heart is what truly remains, regardless of the circumstances. Learn to accept the paradox of loving from a distance. In doing so, you will heal little by little and find within yourself the peace you need to move forward. Impossible loves teach you that, even when it seems there is no clear path, there is always something within you that knows how to keep loving and how to keep growing, no matter what happens. It's completely natural for the pain of unrequited or impossible love to make you feel alone and trapped in a sea of negative thoughts. But even in the midst of this suffering, you must remember that you are not alone. The love you have for yourself, the love from your angels, and the energy of the universe are at your disposal, waiting to help you heal. Sometimes, the mind can become a dark place, but that's when your inner love must shine the brightest. Remember that your angels are by your side, guiding and accompanying you every step of the way, even when you can't see them. They surround you with their light, offering you comfort, and reminding you that everything you experience is part of your journey, part of your evolution. The pain you feel now will not last forever, even though it may seem unbearable at this moment. Over time, that wound will begin to heal, and your heart will learn to mend. What seems like a heavy burden today will later become a valuable lesson that strengthens your soul. Each tear, every moment of doubt, takes you closer to discovering more about your own capacity to love and your inner strength. Though distance or the impossibility of a relationship may bring sadness, the love you feel is never lost. Trust that the universe has a plan for you, and that everything will unfold at the perfect time. You do not have to carry this pain in solitude. Love continues to flow, even in moments when you don't feel it the way you expected. There will always be light, even on the darkest days, and through that light, you will find the peace you seek. The healing process may seem long, but remember that every step you take forward is an act of courage. Your heart, though wounded, has an incredible capacity to heal and move on. With each passing day, the pain lessens, and new opportunities for love, growth, and joy will appear in your life. Though impossible love will always be part of your story, it doesn't have to define your present or your future. Time, along with acceptance and reflection, softens the wounds, allowing your soul to be freed from the weight of pain. It's important to allow yourself to feel, but also to give yourself permission to let go. The love that didn't materialize in the way you expected will eventually cease to be an emotional burden, and what once seemed like a great loss will transform into an invaluable lesson that will help you grow. Talking to those who support you is essential, because sharing your thoughts and emotions with those you trust not only lightens the emotional load, but also strengthens your bonds with the people who truly care for you. True support is a refuge where you can find comfort and heal, surrounded by love and understanding. Accepting the situation as it is, without trying to change what is no longer in your hands, brings you peace. Forgiveness, both towards others and yourself, is liberating. It allows us to stop carrying the weight of guilt and regret, and to open our hearts to new possibilities. This process of acceptance and forgiveness is a doorway to a future full of new experiences and loves that are waiting for you with open arms. Remember, love is not defined by a single story. You are worthy of love in all its forms, and the universe always has bigger plans for you than you can imagine. Time will heal the wounds, and love will always find a way to manifest in your life. Even though those impossible loves may not materialize as you expected, they have a deep purpose in your life. They are like lessons that teach the heart to expand, to understand the true meaning of love without the need for possession or proximity. They show you that love is not always measured by physical closeness, but by the intensity with which it is felt in the soul. Impossible love, though it may not be reciprocated in the way you desire, prepares you to love with greater maturity and wisdom. It teaches you to appreciate the beauty in what is fleeting, in what cannot be touched or held, but leaves an indelible mark on your heart. With time, that love becomes a beautiful memory, a sigh that accompanies you not with sorrow, but with a smile and gratitude for the intensity of the experience. Think of those impossible loves as important chapters in the book of your life. Though they may not be the ending, they are part of the plot that leads you toward the love that is truly meant for you. Each of those moments, though painful, brings a lesson about what you are capable of feeling and giving. The human heart is incredibly strong, and despite the losses and separations, it remains open to new opportunities for love. Impossible love is not the end of your story, but a test of your ability to love beyond limits. It's a reminder that what you feel has value, and that your capacity to both receive and offer love is infinite. So, while impossible love fades like a shooting star, remember that what truly remains is the wisdom, growth, and strength you have gained from living that experience. Self-love is the foundation upon which everything else is built. No matter how painful impossible loves may have been, healing begins when you choose to be your own refuge, your own source of comfort and strength. Learning to love yourself does not mean giving up on the love of others. Rather, it prepares you to receive it more fully and authentically. It is in this process of self-acceptance and self-love that you discover you do not need to depend on the approval or closeness of someone else to feel worthy. The most important love is the one you give yourself, without reservations, without expectations. By healing your own wounds, you become the beacon that attracts new opportunities, both for love and personal growth. Though the wings of impossible loves may not fly together, what remains from those experiences is the wisdom you have gained. Those loves teach you to be stronger, more resilient, and to discover that true love is not found in someone else, but in the relationship you have with yourself. So, when you fully love yourself, you will be able to heal and open your heart to new loves that are truly aligned with your essence and your true being. Remember, even though scars may remain, what remains from each impossible love is a lesson that will help you grow and become more aware of your own worth. Self-love is the force that drives you to heal, move forward, and attract the most genuine and profound connections waiting for you in the future. Now I ask you, are you willing to tune your mind to the melody of success and allow prosperity to flow to you? Today, I have left in the description a powerful tool that will help you and bring you closer to your happiness, peace, and tranquility. I invite you to get to know it. Open the doors to a future where success and prosperity are your daily reality. The opportunity you have today to change your life will never present itself in the same way again. Act today, go for the description and create the tomorrow you deserve. Blessings forever.